Morning. Hey,
Yeah.
the thing is that when I heard him say that, I thought, is he saying that or is it just the accent?
Yeah.
That's why I
Yeah.
asked. I said,
Yeah.
what did he
And
say?
then you went ding when he said fuck. I was like,
No, the dildos
And
was the best ever have.
I saw some
shit.
comments that felt I overdid it. I kind of did overdo it. Like, what did he say? The second time I knew what he said, and then I'm like,
He wasn't catching on. The dildo's like not a good word. It's like a dildo. That's what they call it. And I'm like, no, that's not what they.
Right. Yeah, that's what they call it.
Yeah, that's a classic. That's for sure.
Well, Bob Old School greets us with his Patriots shirt.
Yeah, the hat didn't come yet. It's in the mail.
Yeah, believe me, we have no interest in that. And you have to look for Billy. Look, Billy sporting a Cleveland Browns shirt. Nothing to be ashamed of.
Hey, did you see the breaking news today?
No.
Our boy Kraft got busted at a massage parlor down in Florida.
All right, we have too many things. Okay, we got to go right to the point because we're going to publish this. We don't want to bore people, and
All right. Yeah. Okay.
we can't have them think that we're going off topic.
We have talked about the Patriots for 2 minutes too long already.
Yeah. I'm on your Brown bandwagon, buddy.
Can you imagine if after Brady comes 100-year drought? I don't know. It just seems like that's gonna follow, right? But we'll see about that. So enjoy it, guys, while you got it. No, it's amazing. You know what? The truth of the matter is, it is fun to watch the GOAT. The greatest of all time. Even for non-fans, you love to see somebody that really is that good and just could bring it every single time. It's an example. It's really an example, not just in football, but in other levels of life, right? So I think it's a lesson that there is such thing as great.
Yeah.
All right, so I wanted to get this meeting together, kind of like impromptu. I've just been kind of pinging you guys to see, when we can talk, and you talk, and then boom, we got it together. But this time I said, I'm going to try to record some of these conversations. It's actually fun for me because I get to show more of what we're doing, what we're doing. And in this case, what I wanted to do is get you guys that are very active in terms of the platform development, active as players, active as development, active in the community. And I want to go over what we saw during this NFL season, what we see now during our, we've got all the sports, and then moving back into the NFL season, which in essence is really going to be like our first, season where we're really going to go after a large base of users. Now, it's very clear where we need to go to achieve the large base of users. So that is the obvious and huge item that we are going to pursue. We feel we've got multiple avenues for that. I'm going to discuss the affiliate plan. I'm going to discuss the marketing channels. But I just want to get your take from a player point of view and from your eyes point of view in terms of the community, the fantasy sports community, that is, and how it reacted. I mean, it's pretty obvious that we need to get the contests up, the sizes, and we're going to be able to do that next season. But I just want to get your takes. So just give me, from my point, I'll give you my quick take. I enjoyed the season a lot. I went from like a critic of, oh, this isn't fixed, that isn't fixed. Like, oh, I'm not enjoying this. This isn't fun because it's not fixed. I can't. To this year, I saw it as a player. I was actually like really looking forward, picking my players, getting in there, and not believing how I would get blown. I thought I would do great, with 160, 175 points, and then I got guys doing 200 points, and it's like amazing, right? So, and that's the beauty of sports betting, right? Because, I almost feel like saying this is rigged, but right, my own platform. But the reality is, there is no rigged in sports, and that's the beauty, because when you are, some of those gambling online places that are, RNG based or issues, we don't need to talk about that right now. All right. So I felt good about it. I loved, I wasn't sure about the 5-team setup. I loved it. It was your, you were pushing. I said, what do you mean 5 flexes? That's insane. I wanted to structure it. And sure enough, it became great. The peer-to-peer worked. We're going to expand that to every corner of sports and betting and sports where we can, and all the different sports. The pro versus pro was fantastic. It showed we could do it. And essentially, it's somewhat the precursor to a season long. Yes, Philly.
I just wanted to ask Bob if he remembers who won that final pro versus pro championship.
The final one? I don't know who won it, no.
Oh!
Might have.
Well, let me refresh your memory.
There was a lot.
I know who was tied for first. Billy was coming on strong, though. You were really right.
You guys had some good weeks, but you know what's I think what's really fun about fantasy, and I think you're gonna have to agree, is that sometimes, like, the guys that you admire the most and are the best and all that, sometimes they have like a horrible week. You're like, aha,
yeah,
will have Bob over here put up 24 points when we went pro versus pro in the Super Bowl. So
no way.
He didn't have Edelman on his team, and
oh my god,
I had Gurley.
All right, so
tell me what's wrong with Gurley.
Proceed, Rap. I just wanted to make sure that he knew that I kicked his butt.
Yeah, I forgot about that one.
Yeah.
Well, I forgot about it. Yeah, okay.
Of course.
I don't understand how these guys make their teams. I mean, how can people consistently hit 180, 190? We got to talk to Hexon. I'll try to track him down and get him on a call. But anyway, so I want you guys' true, I want your true opinions, your true feelings about what you felt about the platform. What are we going to do so we can take it to the, not to the next level, to the top level? We are going to be up there competing with the big players and gaining market share. So tell us, Bob, what's your take on besides, acquiring more customers? What's your take? What did you like? What should we keep pursuing? What do you see for next year?
The site was really good this year. I mean, I've watched it progress right from the start. And I mean, we could add more tournaments, or would it be a good idea to even pick 1 or 2 games a week and like a showdown game like we did for the Super Bowl? Maybe something like that.
I like the showdown. I like the showdown format a lot.
Yeah, I need some work on that, but
so we could do a bracket format. Was that
the peer-to-peer is something that I really want to expand on, hopefully next year, with some over-unders.
Right.
The thing with it is, not for like myself or someone that's used to using crypto, but for somebody that's coming and says, oh, I want to put $20 on it. They go into the peer-to-peer, they want to put $20 on the over whatever. They might not be sure. Like, how can we make that more clear to the new people that might not only be new to crypto, but new to playing with crypto on the site?
That's right. And that's what the dollar peg feature is going to do. We're just going to talk about dollars, and the ads are going to be, challenge your friend to a $5 bet on whatever team's playing that week. And then that's the banner ad. Yeah. So you're going to click on it, and it'll say, enter your emails, friend, something along the lines of, with 1 click, you are challenging your buddy to a head-to-head contest on any game.
That is, you know how it is. People don't like to waste time, so quick, boom, they're in.
It's incredible.
You
It's like
know,
if you could design something for one click, you make $1 billion. If it's 2 clicks, you're down to 100 million. If it's 3 clicks, you're broke, right?
Yeah. But wouldn't you agree the site itself, as far as the contests go, sure, we could tweak it a little bit, but there's not a lot, you know. If you
I'll tell you what's gonna bring everything together. The apps are coming.
Yeah.
They're very sleek. It's all about the apps, and I'll tell you what we're working on that's not there that I think is gonna really kind of wrap everything together. It's the live view on your phone, like a quick view where you hit one button and it shows you all the contests that you're currently involved in, with scores, with changing scores, with color coding, essentially a live board right on your phone without having to go through all the trouble of logging in. Just one click, you know, how am I doing? Or just some button that would give you direct access. Because I felt that was a piece that I was missing, because I'm walking around on Sunday and I might not be with my whole setup. I just want to hit one button on my phone to say, hey, how the hell am I doing? And show me where I'm winning. You know, that's what I want to see. I don't care where I'm, 100th or whatever.
Another thing that might be good, I didn't know during football, but with the NBA, with the swaps, like a feature that, say I have 5 lineups in 5 different contests, and at 5 to 7, Emblid decides that he's sick and he's not going to play. You don't have the time to go navigate through all the lineups.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
Really bad. Yes.
That's bad. That's with basketball. Football, it's not really that bad.
That's
know.
We're
basketball. Sometimes you don't have the time to go through. I mean, if you have 1 or 2 lineups,
we have to do it. I felt that also in football, because if you put in, 20, 30, 40 lineups, you have to be able to change them in one shot. So we're definitely gonna do that, because we wanted to create the different teams so they would essentially are entered as different teams, and then you could go back and change them. But then it created that situation that you're describing. So we need to
something with that, I think.
Yeah, we need to step that. That's actually already something that I had pointed out that we're gonna do, which is the ability to do like a global change, where you do a global change where it says anywhere this player is, remove him, bam, or swap him for this guy, boom.
Yeah, but overall, everything was pretty good this year. I thought
it was smooth.
And I'm on there, you know me, I play every day just about.
It was smooth, and the phone was smooth on the responsive side, but when we get to the app, it's gonna be great. So, thank you for that, Philly. What's your gut tell you?
So this year we like you said, we got off to a little bit of a rough start. Last year was tough for everybody, but when we did get going, about 4 weeks into the NFL season, once it started clicking. We had some of the biggest contests we've ever had, like bigger than we even thought we had.
Yes.
Like capping it off with 500,000 NLC2. I think next year a goal maybe to have a $1 million. Yeah, that's a goal too. But this year,
let's go.
definitely we'll have a 1 million NLC2 contest somewhere along the line. Pro versus pro in its first year was great. We all had a lot of fun doing it. I had the most fun
I love
talking smack to all you guys.
Yeah, me and you get it going. So
but you see, that's essentially that's what a season long is. It's the same people playing all the time. and then you become a group. So that's why I really want to bring back the season long that's already built into it. So we need to sit down and look at that. I want to show it to you guys because I built that in from the beginning, but just pause that because, you know, we went to the DFS model. But what you do is you have a group of, you know, 12 people in that season long, but it's DFS model every week. So everybody can change their teams every week. It's exactly what Pro to Pro is. It's exactly. But now now what we do is we let everybody do that, right? So we let other people, not just you guys, the pros, but we let anybody set up like a 10-man league. They pick their teams. We do round robin. We do standings. So it's season long, but with DFS format. So it's like a relaxed version of season long because you don't have that whole, you know, oh my God, you know, the draft and the players is hurt. And what we do is you know, if people, I guess if people don't make it, they just lose. So and then we could even have a system where people that want to join those leagues just get into a queue, and then the system puts them in, just like, you know, like what Yahoo does for the trial drafts or just the drafts where you just join a public league and it puts 10 people together, boom. So anyway, I just wanted to talk to you guys about that and just let you know that right now we're going to push the affiliate buttons very hard, and that's really my job right now. Just take up the acquisition speed a lot bigger, and then your job is to just hover over the platform, stay on top of whatever the comments are, the chat rooms. We got to hear what people are saying. We need to expand the paid contests, juice them up a little bit, you know, roll back on the free rolls a little bit, you know, make people, hey, you got to go get your NLC2 somewhere, right? Credit card is going to be up soon, but essentially, you know, we'd rather have people just right at the exchanges, you know, get into the whole crypto mode. But if you just want to do, you know, the easy move, boom, one swipe, virtual swipe, and it's gonna be working for you. So we want to, you know, we want to make sure that NBA. So I don't want to record such a long call. You know, I just want to have a little fun with this thing and put it out there.
One other thing, Ralph. Me and Philly, he brought it up a couple of weeks ago when we were talking about a rewards program. I like that idea a lot.
You mean the affiliate payment?
No, I mean like for players. Like the more they play, maybe some kind of bonus, even if it's small. I don't know if it's possible or if it.
Yes, we did talk about
the cashback reward.
Right, we came up with a number also. What was the number?
It was actually 1% of everything you play. We would pay back.
That's it.
So
1%.
Yeah. So the more, like I was saying, you could say something like, the more you play, the more we pay. You know, because people are, you know, it's human nature. It's like I told Billy that time. It's like the person who gets the credit card to get 2% and they're paying 20% credit. You know? Like,
I know.
That's,
I know.
You know? So
I know.
I think that might be something a little good.
Well, we're definitely gonna do a lot of things with, you know, the coin. We're gonna invest it into the affiliate. You know, we're going to invest it into the affiliate. So we're going to essentially match. We have to fine tune the final details, but we're going to essentially match up to $100, I believe. And then the affiliate gets up to how much, Philly? 25?
Half of that, yeah.
50?
So, yeah, if it's if your affiliate deposits $100, we match $100 to you,
right,
and $50 to your affiliate, and it's paid out as soon as he has played 100% of his deposit. So the $100. Yeah, that's
all
what
right.
we were throwing that idea around.
Yeah,
I
that
like
sounds
it.
good. Yeah.
I like it. You guys refined it a little bit more. I like that, and I'm ready to do it. We're ready to put up, and that, for example, the season long. I like the season long because we could put up big prizes at the end and have people, go the whole season and be involved. I think that's a nice. I think that's a
like
nice
the season
feature.
long, too. Yeah, that's another. That'll be good for next year. Yeah, we got.
Yeah,
football
we're looking at more games. Like I said, we introduced the showdown, or what we call the single game contest.
Right.
Very successful.
Oh, I love the 5-man team. You mean the
We had
5-man team?
Yeah,
I loved it. I love the
We-
one game format. I thought it was weird at first when you said every position was going to be flexed. But once I started playing it, I loved it because it's like one game, you're in, you sit down, if you did good or not. I loved it.
You think we could
Also-
raise the salary a little bit?
No.
It was too
Come on!
Wait, it was too high. It was too high.
It was already too high.
Too high.
No, come
No,
on.
Bob.
You can't be playing defense and kickers.
Hey, none of that.
They were the ones.
Also, yeah, I did not win that contest.
I think I made a team. I think I made a team with 2 defenses and 2 kickers just for the hell of it.
That would have been a good team.
I did that. I did that.
Sit out of me.
I think like Edelman and that would have been a winner.
Yeah.
Right.
But to continue on that point, new games. We came out with 3 new games for NFL last season. We have more in store for next season. More of the same, and then I'm looking at Raph because he has a stash of developed games for peer-to-peer betting that nobody else knows about until now.
It's basically, I mean, I just kind of put that, it was one of the first things. I don't know why I went. It was very interesting. I do know because I did the research. It wasn't there. And, sometimes in the world of inventions and software and business, there's 2 trains of thought, right? One of them is, why should I reinvent the wheel? I'll just be second. Just like ask Apple if that's a good idea or not. They just, no, wait, who? Or Microsoft, one of the 2. Well, Microsoft, right? Microsoft's the one that copied the whole mouse thing and all of that whole thing. And they just, grew bigger. So what I want to say is that in this case, I said, I'm going to do something totally different. Sometimes that's not good, we're trying to do. But I think we're at a point right now where we're going to release the peer-to-peer where we can go and release the statistical. Basically, it's 100 statistical categories where you can bet on any category on basically who's going to get more in terms of players or an over-under. So over-under on 300 yards on Tom Brady. I'll take the over, you take the under, etc. So
that's good.
And we want to expand that to other sports. I think soccer is going to get into it very quickly. The soccer community's been very active, very vocal in trying to get soccer back. We've promised, we've scheduled it, it's coming back. And you Americans, you guys have to get back into it, all right? So, because in a couple of weeks, I want to have this kind of a meeting, but bring my, European soccer buddies in here and learn something from there and stop calling it soccer. It's football.
Football. Yeah,
football.
Hey, it's bigger than the NFL. And I'm talking to the soccer people. Show these NFL people, what you guys are made of. You got to go bring players. You want more leagues. You want, more excitement. Everybody has to work at it. We have to bring players. And that's what I wanted to tell everybody. The amount of money we're going to focus on the affiliate commissions is high because we want to have our own affiliates be the path to growth. Because if 1 brings 2, 2 brings 4, it's exponential. We don't have to go out and hire. I mean, we are going to hire affiliate marketing companies that we've already used. They're very effective. We're very happy with them. We're already studying NBA and all the other sports, including soccer throughout the world. So everybody has to do their part so we can get to that critical mass level, tens of thousands of players. So everybody out there in the soccer world, help us get it to a big level. Help us even exceed the NFL. Help teach these guys that you don't say soccer, you say football. All right? All right, guys. So all right, so we need to basically, it's all about getting out there. I mean, I see you guys post all the time. You guys are fine. So I think we need to expand throughout other social media platforms and talk about our platform, invite people, use your affiliate link, because anybody that signs up and pays, you're going to get up to $50. Philly just said, I thought it was 25, but we'll go over it. So if it's 50, I guess if they pay the 100, then they get the 50. I get that. So, so that's pretty exciting. Also, we want to really juice up everything that's coming. So get ready for baseball. Get ready for baseball. We're still thinking, do we bring back hockey or not, just for a month or not? I have to check with the devs to see, if we want to do that or not. So I don't even want to go there right now. But NBA, MLB, we got to get on it. We're going to start marketing. So you guys have to prepare for more players. Think about the contests, the structures, the sizes, reward paid contests. So people, have to go out there and get the coin. That's really what we're after.
NBA did good this year too.
I was very happy. I would see the teams.
Yeah. NBA, little by little, we're getting there.
We've also we made changes, or we made a change to the fantasy crypto game. A very vital change to that game.
What change?
Where we took the hourly contests, and we're gonna start having scheduled scheduled hourly contests. So the contest will be 1 hour long, and we'll have a start time. So let's say today is Friday, for me anyways. Friday at 5 o'clock, the hourly fantasy crypto contest starts. So there's not going to be a waiting around for a contest to fill, like the sit and go.
What I want you to do for that, I knew about that. What I want you to do is make sure that we're able to enter multiple. So if you're going to do that, ask me, hey, do you want to enter 10 of them at a time? Yeah, sure, go ahead. Boom. So 10 hours, one after another, because otherwise, I don't have time to go back and forth to enter my teams every hour. But if I just say, I want to play this team, I want to play this horse in 10 contests going forward, boom, I'm in.
Absolutely, and that's another change we're working at, is to have a reserve feature where you can enter contests in advance without picking your team.
I asked for that a long time. We need it. Another thing, I talked to Dan about it. We talked about it, and I think it's needed, and there's no reason not to do it, which is basically an on-the-fly replacement of a coin in the middle of the contest, because there's really no
we'll have to speak about that. I did find an issue there.
Really? What?
Yeah, a fairness issue.
Tell me what is it?
So while you're in the middle of a contest, it's not in fair play that you would be able to change your player in the middle of a game, especially if you're a large holder, because you could pick some coin and dump the crap out of it on somebody.
I know. Right. But the contest sizes are so small, and the angle is educational, and it hasn't gotten to a point where it's like some serious money on the line. And if it ever did, we would really like all right, radar, it would catch our attention if somebody's trying to do huge contests. I see what you're saying, and that's why I didn't allow NLC2 to be one of the coins that you can use. That's why, because
Yeah.
everybody wanted to put it. I said no. It has to be top 100. So when we get into the top 100, maybe.
We were there. We were there once before.
Yeah. So the start time is going to be revitalizing for that game.
But
And
what happens if we don't fill up? How are we gonna deal with the missing players and the guarantee?
that's okay. When say a contest does not meet its requirements, say it needs to have 10 people in it, and it doesn't, it has 9. That's fine. In 1 hour or in 2 hours, a new contest will start. So there will always be more chances
So you
to
don't
get in a new
start it?
contest.
I'll tell
Exactly.
you what you could do, and it would be legal. So the law says that you can't say, hey, here's a contest for 100 units, and you say, okay, I need 10 people, and then 9 people come. You can't tell people, well, you know what, we're going to pay 90 and we're going to run it. You can't do that unless you put it up to a vote. So if you could put it up to a vote and says, we didn't meet the minimum, would you guys like to start with a price pool of 90? Click, click, click.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Now the problem is if some people don't react to that, I guess we'd have to say to the price pool of 90 if everybody confirms, or the amount of people that confirm in the next 5 minutes might just be half or something. I don't know. We got to study that a little bit, because you don't want to leave people hanging. You go into this hour one and it doesn't make it. But I guess they could just abandon it, because if they leave their team there, the team will just try to enter the contest every hour until it does fill up. I understand that too. That this is what
Absolutely, and it'll create more of an event, more of a buzz, more of a what we call in crypto a FOMO atmosphere. And you don't like that word, eh?
I like that game. It's a lot of people
than
like
that other word.
Check out the video I just posted right now. I went to a meetup last night. Listen to this, right? I went to a meetup last night, and it turns out that they are opening this office called Crypto Blockchain Plug, and it's 2 women that fell in love with crypto. They opened this huge office, very expensive, very nicely done. You'll see it in the video. And I'm like, wait a minute. Are you guys 2 blocks away from the New Inglewood Stadium? She's like, yeah. I'm like, oh no. That's that's Crypto Fantasy Central on Monday Night Football, during the Rams games, during the Chargers games. We're gonna run a local. She immediately caught on, and she's like, I'm not gonna sleep tonight, Raphael. I said, we're gonna do leagues here. We're gonna fill up buses from people that play for tickets. They pay money. We buy the tickets. They play for tickets locally in LA, and we'll congregate there at the offices. Essentially, it's like NLC2 offices. I mean, it's anybody. You pay $100 to be a member. Now we're members. We can use it. So it's but the fact that they're 2 blocks walking distance away from the Inglewood Stadium, soon to be the Clippers arena. So we could work that whole proximity to that, to have people meet there, because a lot of people had been telling me about, hey, you should run fantasy contests for tickets. So I like that whole idea, and we should expand it to other cities, not just in the cities we're in, but just to other cities.
That's a good idea. Prizes, definitely.
Prizes,
Yeah,
exactly.
That's definitely a good idea.
So that was a very nice thing. I talked about. I said you should set up a league where you guys meet here on Monday night, Thursday night, Sunday night football. Even right now during NBA, she immediately said, we are in. Start my league up. How do I create my league? I said, perfect. I said, I'll come down here for the intro day, and I'm gonna address the group, tell them what to do. So we'll have like 30 or 40 or 50 people there, and we'll say, okay, everybody sign in. Everybody go build their team, put your team in, and then we'll watch the game on. They've got these huge big screen TVs there, so we'll watch the game live. So we want to make sure that live view is really, really like sweet. I just want to make sure that it just keeps everything really up to date. I don't know how. I know we had issues this year about lags between live and then the updates. I don't know what the cycle is. Is it a 2-minute cycle? I remember I lowered it to 2 minutes because one of my was putting too much of a load on the CPUs. They were pegging, they were jumping, so we lowered it to 2 minutes. That was in the old days when we didn't have these monster servers that we right now. I've got these servers on. So,
football was fine with that. Football.
But basketball is very fast, right? You want to get
now basketball is good.
I want to make sure that when you score, you've got that announcement. Hey, your team just scored. I know we're implementing that, so it has to be a very good live experience. It's called the second screen, right? You're watching TV, you're on your second screen. We really have to nail that down to be an excellent experience with the app, with results, and the ability to do. Now, the other thing we want to do for next season is live in-game, peer-to-peer stuff. So even if the game already started, we can book a bet, between this team and that team with a line, just like Vegas.
Yeah, just like the in-game bet.
Yeah. You know what would be interesting, which I see people doing all the time, I saw in Vegas, which is the ability to sell your position, right? So let's say, right, Philly. So
yeah, I did that the other night. I can explain this so everybody can understand. It was a game with Detroit. They were losing 4-1 in the third period, and I bet on them to win the game. They ended up tying. It was a $1 bet to make $60, so a 60x, which is pretty good. I wish I would have put more on it. But they ended up tying the game 4-4, and I could sell my position for $30, so I could get out of my bet for $1, and they would pay me $30, and I got the $30, and then they ended up losing in overtime. So even though they didn't win, I still made the 30.
Cool. That is cool.
I like that. We should think about implementing that and basically make it a market-based. We're not books. I mean, the difference between us, we're doing everything peer-to-peer. But you could still do it. You could basically, you could put up let's say you're doing really good. It's 3/4 of the game. You're up. You're gonna win, but you don't want to risk it. You put up your deal, your contest up for sale. Somebody comes in, or you say, "Give me this much." They might counter offer. You do the deal. Now it's their problem, and you get your money. So. I think that would be a very interesting angle, and it's all doable. It's all software. All right, it was very nice to talk to you. Laser focus on the NBA and MLB that's coming up. Of course, we've got all these other things, esports and soccer. And you guys, don't get isolated from soccer. Don't treat it like it's Europe's problem or whatever, or we Americans don't know anything about that, right? I'm glad I'm saying that because my buddies in Europe, they're going to appreciate that. So you can't call it soccer anymore, at least from here to, preseason. Then we'll forget about it, right? In August, we'll be like, soccer, what's that? I mean, no, it's soccer. All right, everybody. Thank you for everything. It's fun. It was a good NFL season. This year, it's all about, putting tens and hundreds of thousands of players on the platforms. So let's tighten everything up and make sure the apps are crisp. Everybody needs to get into the beta testing and put up their feedback so we can get those out also. Because that's really when I think the scaling will begin. The exposure that you get from being in the Google and the Apple stores is really the greatest benefit. It's the actual exposure that you're going to get through those stores and the understanding from people that it's a much smoother experience, and it really is. All right, everybody. Thanks for sharing your time and letting me record this thing so we could share it with everybody that, is also involved in the project. And we're just going to keep doing that. And I think it's just helps me and helps everybody, and it helps me because everybody gets to see what's going on, and then I get people suggesting all kinds of excellent ideas. So I welcome everybody's comments, and I'm also asking for everybody just to go out there, bring affiliate players, and once we announce the specifics of how that's going to work, it's going to motivate you. Even if you don't do it as a business where you're going to bring in hundreds every month, and you do like 3 or 5 or 6, and you're like, oh, I'm going to get, a couple $100 for that. Nice. So even small amounts will be very, very nice. All right, everybody, have a great day. I know we all miss the NFL, but let's just keep it rolling.
It's still February.
I know, we're like, we gotta get, I'm gonna sit down with Hussein, so I'll have another interesting NFL discussion on camera with him. So thanks a lot. Stay on top of everything. Stay in the chat rooms, and let's get those contests tweaked right. A sweet spot. But what I want to see also with NBA is we've got to increase the size of them, before the end of the season, many, many times over. And think about the grand finale and the finals. And we got to think about the bracket model, right? What we were doing with, the bracket model, the heads up model, where we could also have the heads up type, where 64 people come in, and rather than, the top 10 get the money and all that, it's basically elimination with heads up, heads up, heads up, until you reach, the final.
Next year, too, the peer-to-peer with NBA, because it's every day. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, we got to get that up. We got to get MLB up. So get in there and, get in there, make sure that we're ready for MLB, and make sure that NBA's got everything it needs. And I'll be talking to you and chatting with you. Thanks a lot. Have a great day.
Sounds good, Ralph.
Okay, have a good day. Bye.